Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dad Plays Solo by Dad and Daughter Play Games. Today I'm playing Herbaceous Sprouts. It's a game to 1-4 players. It takes about 30 minutes to play. It's a flavorful dice game by Steve Finn, Eduardo Baraf, and Beth Sobel. In the game, you play a gardener, and you plant herbs and flower sprouts in the community garden to score the most points each round. Gardeners will take turns collecting seeds and tools which will help you plant these things in the garden, and you can then quickly fill up little plots for small points, or press your luck and try to go for the bigger ones. But don't wait too long, or someone might become the head gardener first. So let's head to the table and play a solo round. Alright everybody, welcome to the setup for Herbaceous Sprouts. We're basically playing a two-player game. It is us against our rival. So we have the tool deck, which I'll explain as we go along. This is the rival deck. Tells what our rival gardener will do when he is the master gardener. We're going to switch off playing that first. This is our special little turn card. We have the board. We have our wheelbarrow. These are our seeds, which you can see that they're little seedlings, a little bit of growth here. The rival, however, when he plants, he'll be planting little weeds in this spot, which stops me from planting in those areas. This is the lemonade, which gains us extra bonus points at the end of the game. And I'll explain that when I have to explain the board here. So here's the board. It's broken up into 4 different areas. The first one down here is the area of the garden where we plant flowers. We have the blue ones are forget-me-nots, the yellows are black-eyed Susans, and we have peonies. And this thing here reminds us that to plant a flower, you need a seed and a trowel. So either a tool card or one of your dice. And I'll explain that as well. And in the flower section, which is different, is when you are the first one to plant, let's say a peony, you take the highest point spot and on down. Now, we move around the board this way. We have 2, and then a little slash line is 2. So we need pairs here. So you can have 1 pair, 2 pair, or 3 pairs. And whenever you're the first one to play those seeds, you always take whatever top spot is available. So if you have, let's say I have 2 saffron, I can discard those back to the dice bag, or if it's on a card, and I will always take the top spot that is available in that location. Once these are full, I can no longer play there. Those will fill up. Now up here we have the equal sign between these, so we need seeds that are all of the same kind. So 3, 4, 5, or 6 of the same kind. And then here is seeds of all different kinds. So 2, 3, 4, or 5. There are 5 total herb seeds. So these are only herbs in this area. These are only flowers down here. Now we also have our wheelbarrow here. And this is going to, we have 7 spaces for dice on there. If you ever gain more than that, you can choose which dice you discard back to the seed bag. It does not have to be the one that you just got. If I can get that to focus nicely here. And this is also going to guide us through what all the tools do on the side. It's a nice guide. It tells us what the various faces of dice are on the game as well. We have every player gets a phases card here. I will have this down in the corner so everybody can see that as we play. We can see that you prepare the tool shed, then we pick and plant seeds, then we do cleanup, and I'll try to have a picture of that right down here so we can see that as we go along. And this is the Master Gardener card. This will help us guide us through the game as we play 2 players. So we start out as Master Gardener. We're going to do a seed action and take our turn, and then the rival will then plant his weeds in spaces that we did not pick the tool card, and then we flip it over. It becomes the Assistant Gardener turn, and he's going to use the rival deck to take his action. Then we will take our turn, and then we will move on from there. So that's the board there. So once again, we're going to have the tool deck. Now we're playing basically a 2-player game, us against the rival. So I'm going to take 10 of these cards back and return those to the deck. Give these a quick shuffle. These cards will run out after 10 turns, which is the amount of time we're supposed to be playing. Very good. I've already given the rival deck a shuffle, so we're all set there. Now, to explain the lemonade card. The first player, also the rival, to plant at least 1 seed in each of the 4 sections gets the lemonade. It gets you an additional 2 points at the end of the game. So I'll have to be paying attention to what the rival is doing to hopefully not get that. I'll talk about the tools quick. You'll have a glove, which allows you to re-roll 1 die on your wheelbarrow. You'll find a little bag which allows you to take a seed action. Basically, you draw 1 seed from here at random, roll it, and that's the face you get. You get the package, which is the shop. So usually it'll have a specific herb on there, like a lavender, And then you can trade that into any other, you can turn your die to any other face on that one die. The trowel allows you to plant a flower into the garden, which is great. You have the water pitcher, which allows you to trade 2 identical seeds to plant 1 flower. So that's pretty great too. And then you might find a little pot with a seed on it. And you can count that as a seed. Those will be in the tool cards and some rival cards, and those will just stay here until you use them. So it's like additional dice slots that you're using with cards instead. Once again, here's the dice bag. So we'll be drawing on our turn. So let's begin. And we'll show you how it's done. So first step, we're going to deal tool cards. So we deal out 3 tool cards. Okay, so now as I go along, I'm going to find slots where there's our die, and I'm going to draw them as we go. So the first one has none, but this one has 1. So I'm just going to randomly reach in here, draw a die, roll it, and wherever that is, that goes there. In that case, that is rosemary. And there's 1 on here, so I'm going to draw that, roll it, and there we have some saffron. Now, part 2 is to pick and plant seeds. So I get to take 1 tool card and any seed die that are on there, and I can add those seed die to my wheelbarrow. If at any point I'm running over more than 7, like I said, I had to discard down to 7, so I only have 7 here. And I also need to be paying attention to the symbols on the bottom here, because when I'm Master Gardener, whatever card I do not take, the rival is going to take advantage of the other 2, and then he's going to plant weeds in those spots, which is going to block me. So, this would allow me to get 2 more seeds, which is great, but this counts as a flower and allows me to reroll a die. And this is a flower, allows me to reroll a die as well. You do not have to use these pots right away, but you do have to use the gloves as a symbol. Seeds you can save for later. I'm looking at these. Either of these 2, he's going to plant one of these 3 spots here. But if I do this one, he's going to the difference, and he's going to plant here. So they're all worth 3 points right now. They're not terrible. Let's see here. What I think I am going to do is I'm going to take, because the 3 gloves aren't going to do me a lot of good, I don't think. I'm going to take this one. So I'm going to take that rosemary. Now I can re-roll this if I want. I get that seed, and I might as well. It doesn't matter. I've got one of a kind here. So I'm going to re-roll that. And I got a lavender, so it doesn't really matter that much. That uses the glove. I can keep this for later. Now what's going to happen is now I can perform my tool actions. I can plant sprouts if possible. I do not have any sprouts that I want to plant at this point. Okay, so that being said, I can't plant anything this turn. It doesn't me any good. I use this action. That gives me a flower here, which is great. So I'm going to go here and look, and he's going to plant in the peonies in the 3 spot there, and he's also going to plant in the forget-me-nots in the 3 spots. So those are now full. This dice goes back into the bag. These cards get discarded. Now we flip this over. It's the end of the turn, so now it is the Assistant Gardener turn. So we're going to flip this card over. Oh, we don't do that yet. Let's set these up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1 for the first slot. There we go. The next one has 3 cards, 3 dice. Roll those. Ooh, I got a mystery 1 there, so hopefully he doesn't take that one. That'd be good. And there's 3 on this one. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, a mystery and a glove plus. Now the glove on the die has a plus next to it. It allows you to not only roll 1 die, allows you to roll as many die on your wheelbarrow as you want. So that's great. All right, so we flip this over, and we see that he is going to take this middle card. Okay, he's going to place a weed 1 there, so he's going to go to the all different spot to the number 4. And he's always going to take the top slot. He's going to take that one, and then that card and its dice gets discarded. So I do not get a chance of using it. However, this does get me a seed here, automatic. So now it's up to me, what dice do I want? Obviously, I'm probably going to go for this one here, which gives me all these guys. Now I can keep that glove for later, which is great. Now, if I had a bay seed, you can see here, if I had a bay, I could trade that into any other seed. I do not have any right now. So I can't use that tool. So this card is pretty much done. I'm going to go to clean up now and get rid of those. Now, I could plant 3 lavender right now, which is only going to get me 4 points. But I might try to hold on and try to get it again. Or I might get another single and get some pairs going here. Let's do that, because I can do a pair with the tarragon here. I can do 2 pairs. But I think I'm going to hold on to it and go on to the next turn. So, let's flip this card back over. Let's put out our tool cards. Ooh, all gloves, all gloves, a lot of gloves there. Okay, so 2 dice, the only one we can put out here. Ooh, another glove and a mystery one. Okay, so once again, let's look at these cards here and see. So he's looking at pairs, the 2 spot. That'd get him 6 points. That's pretty big. He'd get 4 from the peony, or the black-eyed Susan, sorry. And for the all different ones, the 4 spot, he would fill in the last 4 spot there. And really, this would get me 2 dice actions, 2 dice actions. This gives me a mystery dice and another glove. Do I need that? I don't really need the gloves at all. Another mystery one, though, is pretty great. That gets me 4 total seeds. So I can plant here. But, man, I think I'm going to take this card here. It gives me 2 dice actions. Now what's nice is if I don't like these rolls, here they are, my 2 die, I'm going to roll them. Okay, so these dice go on my card. Now, this gets me 3 re-rolls as well. So the question is, right now, I've got 1, 2, I've got 3 pairs right now. Because I can play these 2 together, I could use these 2 and these 2. That's pretty great. I don't think I'm going to do the re-roll. I'm going to keep my re-roll die. I'm going to trade in 2 lavender, 2 rosemary, and 2 tarragon with this card here. That gets me 3 pairs. I'm going to take the 9 slot. That's best for me right now. These dice go back in here. This card just gets discarded. And we look. Now he goes here to the pairs. He goes to the 2 spot. He's going to take 6, which is a hurtful thing. These dice go away. And he goes to the 4 slot. He's going to take the other 4 slot there. So I have to be careful now because he has seeds here, here, and here. So I have to watch out he doesn't get the pairs on this next one here. All right, so assistant gardener. Divvy these guys out here. So 1 die. 3 die. Ooh, that's a nice mix right there. 1 of each. And another 3 die. Ooh, and a trowel. 2 trowels. Okay, so let's see what he's going to do here. He is going for the card on the left. So he's going back to pairs in the 1 spot. So he will take the top one there. This guy goes away. Now I get this as a flower, which is great. This card gets this. Oh, yep, I get that tool card. That card gets discarded. Okay, now this is interesting because, oof, I really have to go. No, I don't have to worry about it because he doesn't plant here. So right now I've got that one. If I were to take this, that gets me 2 trowels, and I have 2 flowers right now. So I get a trowel from that, and a trowel from that, and 2 seeds. That's what I'm going to go for. So I'm going to take all these dice. These are all going to get discarded because it's the assistant gardener turn. So now I can turn in this trowel. Oops, sorry. There was a trowel on the card. Let's keep that out. Why don't we? I need that. So I'm going to use a trowel from this card to plant a black-eyed Susan. So I'm always going to top spot, which is great there. I'm going to use a trowel from this tool card to plant the forget-me-nots. That gets me some good points there. Let's hope that was the right play for us. Okay. Now I've got some seeds here. We go back over. We are Master Gardener. Seed goes back in here. All right, 1, 2, 3. We got 2 seeds. Oops. That was, where was it? There we go. 3 for this one. And 2 more. Another trowel. And a trowel. Okay, now I have to be careful here. Now this card doesn't really do him any good. He's going to plant the 3 spot where he already is, which is great. He would plant here in the 2 spot. That's a point. These are all different at 5 different ones. That's a big spot though. I think I'm going to take this card. This doesn't hurt me too bad. It's 2 points, and he's already in that slot. Doesn't cost me anything. So I'm going to take these seeds. Now, if I had any rosemary, I could trade it into another seed. I do not currently have that. So right now I have those 2 pairs and these. I guess discarded. Let's see here. Can I do anything worthwhile? We have all the different ones. Right now I have 4, but that does me no good because he's got that planted up here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to trade in my reroll die. And I'm going to reroll this one. And it does not help me out that much. That gives me a pair. I was hoping to get another guy so I could get those 5 of a kind. So right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I really want that one. I also guess they're going for pairs or all of the same kind as well. So that's all we can do there. So when we get these dice back, he's going to go into the 2 spot here. And like I said, he's already planted here in the 3 spot. So that one does not hurt me that bad. Now, we're going to go back to Assistant Gardener turn. 1, 2, and 3. 2 dice. Ooh. That's interesting. Since I already have a couple saffrons, that would be a nice card to have. There's another saffron. So let's hope he doesn't take that one away from me. And he does. So he's looking at pairs in the 3 spot. Oh, he took that one from me. But I get that seed there, which is nice. So this card goes away. Okay. I am going to pair. I'm going to take this one only because it gives me a rat right there. So right now I've got 3 saffron. I've got 2 bay if I ever had to plant. So I can do 2 pairs if I needed to. I just got to watch out to see what he's doing next. Right now I'm looking at getting some more saffron here. So that card's discarded. Let's go away. We become Master Gardener once again. We're getting down there. Ooh, all seeds. Okay, so 3 on this first one. Come on, saffrons. Nope. And 3 more die. I haven't had 1 saffron yet. And still no saffron. Okay. Have a look at this. He's already got the 2 spot. He would take the 3 spot for the Black-Eyed Susans here. This would give him different ones at 5. That's a lot of points. That's 8. I'm thinking this is the card I got to go with. I just have to decide, what do I discard? Because I'm going to take these. And I have to choose here. So I've got 3 of those. That would give me also, or do I go for pairs? 1, 2, really 2 pairs is the only thing good there. Or let's look at all of a different kind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But first, before I do that, I have to discard. So I have to keep this one. I don't need to keep that. So I'm going to get rid of that one. And I'm going to get rid of this one. right? Which I also have to get rid of that one. Okay, let's discard down to 7 first. Now I can perform 2 actions if I wanted to. I don't have anything to plant there. So now I can plant sprouts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All different ones. I'm going to take this 8 spot here and get rid of those. So we know he's going to take the 3 spot here. I can't do any of that. And he's already planted there. So these dice all go back. That may have been a good play for me. Hopefully. All right, assistant gardener time. Still nobody's planted up here, which is great. Although he's got a card here. And let's hope he doesn't take that action. So 3. Ooh. That is right now my ideal card. 3. It's got another saffron on it, and it's got a mystery one, which will give me 4 of a kind, which would be great. And there we go. All right, so let's see what the assistant gardener is going to do here. He's taking that middle one, which is the 4 spot of the peony. That's not great for me. Gives me another herb here. Okay, I am taking this guy right here. And, oh man, 1, 2, so if I plant the 4 of these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the saffron, that gets me here. That's a 5-pointer. Now, granted, here's what I have going for me. I'm Master Gardener next, so I'll be able to take my turn first. So I think I'm going to sit this turn and hope that I get a couple more saffron or maybe another wild or 2. Try to get one of these ones here. He's already done his damage. Otherwise, worst case, I can throw down some pears, maybe get that 4 spot. We'll see. So that goes away. I'm not going to use that. It's already flowers. We now become Master Gardener again. Oh, there's only one more turn after this. So, okay, 3 dice. Come on, saffron. Oh, there's a flower and saffron. That would be a good one. There's a spot there. 2 here. And that's not super great. And then a 1. Okay, now, there's nothing with all the same kind on here, so that doesn't hurt me bad. The 4 spot's already full here, so he's not going to plant there. He could take the 2 spot. But I really want to take this one here. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to discard the rosemary because I don't have so many spaces here. Okay, now I have the trowel card. I can plant the last of the peonies, take that spot. Take it through that die. You can take multiple, you can plant multiple things if you want. There's only been one more turn here. And I think I'm just going to hold out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And press my luck, but really, wow. Okay. I'm going to plant these 5 saffron here. And I'm going to take this spot here, which is also going to give me the lemonade card for additional scoring. That leaves me right now with 2 bay leaves and a rosemary, and we just got to hope that something happens here. All right, so all different ones. He's going to get a 2 there. All different ones. The 4s are already full, so those don't do much. All right, final turn. Here we go. Let's hope there's some cards with some. Ooh, that's not bad. That might not be a bad one. So 1. There's my saffron I wanted. But that's okay, because he's going to go to the 5 spot, which there is one there. So let's see what happens here. Okay, and then 3 dice for the last one. Okay. Let's see what our options are here. So this card would give me a pair, but he gets the 5. He gets 7 points, so that's pretty big. 2 pairs and 2 spot, that would be 4 points for him. And the 3 spot, he doesn't get anything out of that. But that gives me the most dice, and that would give me the most opportunities to possibly plant stuff. I think, let's see here, that would give me 2 bay leaves and 2 rosemary, which give me 2 pairs here. That's 4 points. That's not bad. Best I could do here would be 1 pair. It's 2 points. Best I could do here would be 2 pairs, 4 points. I'm going to go with this because, man, that's going to give him the 5 spot. I don't like that. That's a lot of points. The pairs just make it's going to 4 points there, but he gets 7 points here. This one's full. This one I don't really care about that much. This one is 7 points though. I think I have to go for this one. So let's do that. That gets me the glove. I can then re-roll a die if I want to, but right now I've got 2 of the saffron and I've got 2 of the bay leaves. So I can do 2 pairs with that. And I think I have to take the 4 points. So I'm going to get rid of those dice. Get rid of those cards because I've used those. Now he's going to go here. The pairs in the 2 spot, that's full now, so he doesn't get that. That's great. And pairs in the 3 spot, that's already full, so he gets no more further points there. So that is fantastic. Okay, so now what we do is we're going to count up how many points the opponent has versus how many points I have. All right, so now we're going to count up their points. 6, 13, 16, 20, 25, 30, 35, 39, 42 points. It's not looking good here for me. We got 42 points. We got 9, 18, 27, 29, 30, 34, 38, 39, 40. Plus the lemonade, 2 more points. 42 versus 42. That's a tie. That is not a win in any matter of the books. You're going to want to compare your scores here. A 1 to 3 over them is a fledgling grower. I didn't even get there. Best is 16 plus. I don't know how anybody's able to do that, but someday I will get there, I promise. So let's go back to the table and we can discuss the game. All right, everybody, there's Herbaceous Sprouts. That's the solo play. I hope you really like seeing that. It gives you a good idea of how the game works. Basically on your turn is what everybody else does on their turn. So it makes a good multiplayer game as well. So as usual, we're going to use our normal criteria for rating the game here on Dad and Daughter Play Games. So first of all, we're going to talk about the art. The art, I'm going to give a 4-2. The game is nice. It looks beautiful. The board is very pretty. I like it. The tools that they have for the card, the design of them, it's passable. It's nice. There's nothing extraordinary or exceptional about it. They just look nice. The board is very nice. The cover of the game is very pretty as well. But it's also nothing like, this is the most beautiful game I've ever seen. It's not on that level at all. But I like it. So I'm going to give it a 4. Now when it comes to the components, we're going up. I'm giving the components a 5 for multiple reasons. The box, good quality box. Got the nice leather finish on there. You can probably hear it. We like that. The board itself is well built. It lays flat, super nice. The cards have a nice linen finish on them well, and they're good quality. They're not flimsy at all. The dice have good weight, and they look nice, and they roll nice, and it's easy to tell what the herb or flower is on the dice very easily. It comes with a great dice bag. It's big size. It holds everything well. You can get your hand in there super easy. I think that covered everything for the components, so we're giving that one a 5. For the rules, I'm also going a 5 on the rules. The setup, 1 page. Here's how you set up the game. It tells you how to do it for 4, 3, and 2 players, how many amount of cards you take out, and then it covers each round. Here's what you do first, and here's how you do it. The next part, here's what you do, and here's how you do it. And here's all the iterations of that. And included in that, I'm also going to talk about the reference cards are great there's enough for every player to have. Kind of talks about the turn and what you do at each step. And it gives a reference to what all the herbs are, what the flowers are. And also on the player boards, it has a great description of what all the tools do. It's well written, easy to find. That way people, hey, what does this do again? It's right there for everybody. So we're giving it a 5. And then I'm going to give my personal rating. I'm going to give this a 4.5 for my personal rating. It is a challenging solo mode, and I mean it. It's very easy to lose quickly and by a lot. You really have to, but there's a big risk reward there. There's a lot of times where you may see a card that has dice on it that you really need right away to or possibly for the next turn to cash in a good point value. But by doing so, you leave the other 2 cards out there, which allows the AI opponent to score big amounts too. If you watch the whole playthrough here, you might see there were a couple times early on where I didn't really pay attention. I was looking at what I needed. And later on, I started looking, okay, if I take this one, then the computer's only going to get a computer. The AI opponent's only going to get like 2 points, or he's going to score on something that's already been scored, so he doesn't get any points. And you really have to be doing that from the beginning. Very challenging. And you want to play more. I think the only reason it probably doesn't get a 5 is because there are times where I've had games where I just feel like very early on, I'm like, I've lost. And that's okay. Some people may like that and make it more of a challenge for them. But for me, it just doesn't quite get to the 5-star level of a game. I still like it, and it's a challenge, and I want to play more. I want to get better at it. So that gives 4 for the art, 5 for the components, 5 for the rules. I give it a 4.5. That gives us a 4.6 on the Dad and Daughter Play Game scale. It is a great game by Pencil First Games. Please go to their website. You can buy all their products there. Go to your friendly local game store. If you can't find it in either of those places, I know that they do sell this game on Amazon as well. So, until next time, I'm Rick from Dad and Daughter Play Games. And like Sophia always says,
and remember, like and subscribe and ring that bell and also get those notifications. Until next time, bye!